Hey, what's up everyone? So for today's Gear of the Week, I actually have the iPad Mini 3 Retina. Now you might be asking, why are you spending a lot of money? Well, I sold my laptop going to more of a mobile photo storage solution. I'm not using my laptop for much since I invested in my iMac, so I wanted to do something different, some quick mobile photo editing, photo storage, and this is a really good option for what you have. So I'm going to tell you how I use it, kind of like, you know, exactly what I'm going to do with it, and just give you a rundown of it in general. So here's kind of a quick review unboxing of the iPad 3 Mini Retina. Let's go. Now, if you're used to like the iPhones and everything, and you're used to iOS 8, this is pretty much going to be really at home for you. Now, I did open it, obviously, to make sure if the iPad worked and everything, but essentially, it's very simple. You get your slim box, your white box with a picture of it on the front. The big change between the 2 and the 3, I'd say, is the processing power. I already have a cover on this just for screen protection, is the processing power. So here you go. You get your iPad, and it's still 7.9 inches, so a lot of this mimics the 2, but just a little faster and a little better, and it's more designed for the iOS 8, the new processing system and operating system that Apple came out with. But essentially, you just get your brick power charger, which is a lot more stronger than compared to what you use for an iPhone. You get that, you get USB cord, you get the cool stickers, and your everything like that. So essentially, you're just left with the good old iPad 3. You know, very simple, sleek, easy to use. It's a really good screen. I really enjoyed turning this on and setting it up. Setting it up is extremely easy if you're, once again, if you're used to the iPhone systems. You know, it's always the same thing. This also comes in its typical, like the whiter, the black, the gray, and the gold setting, but I just chose the gray setting just because, I don't know, it just doesn't matter to me. You know, all that type of stuff is just vanity. But so essentially, you know, I have some notes over here. Once again, I'm going to show you kind of close up of how I use this. I invested in a stylus because it's going to be easier for the mobile editing and how I want to use it. And these run, you know, they're not cheap, but also compared to a laptop, they're not that expensive. Because right now, a lot of people are looking into like the Surface Pros and everything like that. I held one of those. They're really bulky, and you might as well buy a laptop. Plus, they're like $1,000. So, you know, it's just very similar. So for a 16 gig one of these, which I have, it's $400, so $399. 64 gigs is what's that? $500. And for the 128 gigabyte version of the iPad 3 Retina, it's going to run you $600. So just keep all that in mind when you're looking out. It says iOS 8 pre-installed. And one of the biggest differences I mentioned kind of in the beginning was the processing power and the system. So it's still running 64-bit system, but instead of it being an A5 processor, it's Apple's A7 processor. So you're going to notice a little bit just getting something faster, newer, something really built for the new iOS operating system with 8 and all the future updates that they have. This is still I think it's a 5 megapixel camera, f2.4 aperture on the actual iPad. But if you're using this for, you know, if you're doing one of these things where you're like, oh yeah, oh, you know, smile, 1, 2, 3, just punch yourself in the face, because, you know, you invest in a camera at that point. One of the good things I do like about this, though, is really going down. Once again, it's sleek. It's the same weight. Did I have the weight written down of this? I don't, but it's really light, you know, for what it is. Just felt that like an iPad Air or, you know, a bigger iPad just isn't necessary for me, because I can operate this with one hand. You don't need two. You know, if you're trying to lay down or something, it's extremely simple to handhold. So I'll throw up some video while I'm talking about this, you know, just how I'm going to use like this for editing. I'll show you, like, I'll use like a Snapseed. I'm going to get Lightroom Mobile soon. So essentially, you know, just show you close up of that stuff. But yeah, so I really wanted to go into this for more or less the mobile aspect, something easier, and, you know, something with that I don't need a laptop. It's way more easier to travel with. And I recognize this is extremely fast. Once again, it already has the iOS 8 built on. And the cool thing is you can invest in like these smart covers, which essentially just literally clamp right on. Like, they literally just snap right on. And it's called a smart cover because when you open it, it will awake your iPad if it's on. And if not, it will actually shut your iPad off and, like, put it to sleep like you're hitting the power button on your iPhone. And it has the Touch ID. Once again, that's an overrated feature to me. Some people like it because of the security. Hey, cool, that's great. But I think it's more of a pain than actually just opening up the normal way, because it takes a little bit longer to open. So the iPad 3 Retina, the screen is amazing. I'll even show up a video. It's obviously not going to be the best quality because you're looking through another lens, but I think it's a really, really good thing. It's a really, really good video that you're watching. It suits what I need it for. And once again, as I mentioned, I'm doing it for my mobile photography. So they actually make a lightning bolt to USB camera. So your DSLR, a lot of people want to do this, has a mini USB. You plug that in there. It has a regular USB head on the on the other side. You plug it into the connector, and you can use it to essentially monitor, or you can use it to just see your screen. Instead of it being on a 3.2-inch screen, you have it on basically an 8-inch screen, and you can check focus. You could show clients. It's extremely useful, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm really glad I did. And you know what? It didn't really cost me much because you sell your laptop, you're not actually putting out your own money. So that's all I got. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. iPad Mini 3 Retina. Once again, I haven't had one of these for my own in a long, long time, and it's actually really, really good and worth it. It's just an alternative solution to how you want to do things. All right, hopefully this helped you out. If you guys have any questions or comments about this, please let me know down in the comments below. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Have a good one.